So I know that the majority of the statement should be focusing on telling a story. I was just wondering, is it worthwhile to kind of maybe in the last paragraph or so explicitly state how this ties to wanting to go to law school? Or should this all be kind of shown throughout the story that you're trying to tell?
I think it's typically better if it's a little bit more subtle, but if you want to tie it back together more directly in the conclusion of the essay, you can certainly do that. But it should be apparent that law school is a good idea for you at this moment in time, that it's the next natural step in helping you achieve your career goals. So we'll see some drafts. I know a lot of the drafts that I come across tend to do that. And if it's more organic and it flows naturally, that's great, but don't feel the obligation to do that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
I have another question.
Sure.
Which is something I think about all the time. So I honestly sometimes don't know why I want to go to law school. If law school is the best thing for me, all that sort of thing. Is that something that's okay to say in there? Just be, I mean, because part of it's like figuring out what I want to do once I get there, having a general idea, but I don't really have any specifics about that. So at what point do you open up about that sort of vulnerability in a personal statement, or do you just completely avoid it?
I wouldn't consider that a vulnerability. I would consider that something you got to figure out now. So that's to me, that's more than a vulnerability. That's you making a 3-year commitment and a gamble of over $100,000 that you're not really sure about. And I know that there are a lot of people who are in this position. So this isn't particular to you. Certainly a lot of folks are in that situation where they're not really sure what to do with their careers. They majored in the humanities. So they're not going to go in a variety of other paths, but law school seems like a natural step when you're not sure what else to do, buys you some more time for 3 years, but it's an enormous investment of time and energy and dedication. And once you finish, that's your path. If you've got a JD, you're going to want to do something in that area. And a lot of other things are actually no longer suitable options for you because they'll see that JD and they'll be like, well, why aren't you doing law? So it's important that at this very moment in time, you take some time, set it aside, and really think long and hard about why you want to go to law school. Take that time, think long and hard why you want to go to law school, why that is the best option for you right now, and do the research about law schools and what programs they offer and what sorts of jobs that naturally prepares you for. But given all the investment that you're going to make in that path, you've got to take the time to think about that. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.